And I guess we're ticking, we are live. And thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient, for being a little bit late. But we have a lot of things to unpack today. Wasn't really supposed to do a live show today. Was supposed to chill, relax. But you know what? Been hit by a curveball with a lot of things happening in the news today. But sit tight, relax, and don't forget to smash and relax. You know, smash and relax. Smash and like that subscribe button. Drink whatever you're drinking. I'm having a coffee. Guys, see you in 10 seconds. Have a drink on your coffee. Cheers. Okay, let's kick on with the next story. David Degea. Oh my God, what's going on there? This came out like wildfire today, right? David Degea is signed, didn't sign a new contract, or did he sign a new contract? And now we seem to be saying, we don't want you. We're trying to force you out. We know that David Degea is on 375 thousand pounds per week. And by the looks of it, there's contradictory reports, but I want to sort of dive into this, guys. I want to have a look at further what the tweets are saying. Okay, today it came out from Give Me Sports. David Degea signed Man United contract extension before club withdrew the offer. What does that mean? According to my logical opinion, if a contract has been presented to you, if both parties have signed it and you withdraw that contract, that is a contract of breach, isn't it? Unless they prepared the contract draft for him, he signed it, but the club refused to sign it back because they changed their mind. But apparently, according to United District tweets, saying that the offer with a lower salary made by Manchester United to David Degea is yet to be agreed by him, according to that tweet. And he's now considering options. Discussions are ongoing, and it remains the balance as whatever he will accept it or not. His interest is, he's also have interest from Saudi Arabia. Later on came out from United exclusive to say David Degea and Manchester United had agreed on a new contract, but Erik ten Hag effectively said, no, I'm not going to sign on this. And this is coming up from Chris Wheeler. Guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions regarding that. The truth is always in the middle, right? Did they offer De Gea a contract earlier in April, March? It's been there on the table. He, on his part, kind of thought about it. Why would I take £175,000 salary cut? Well, it's clear and obvious that Erik ten Hag don't like him, doesn't fancy him, probably wants to see him as a number two. And now they even try to say more. Okay, now you want to accept 200,000. Well, what about you taking a little bit more pay cut? This is for me a strategy to say, like, you know what, you only have a few more days until your contract is expiring. Maybe it's time for you to go somewhere else, because we're obviously looking at other goalkeepers like Andrew Onana. So what are you guys saying there? You know, Edward Reed says that I can't see other outcome than De Gea leaving, as Hag wants a new keeper. 100%. You know, Box says also, this shows that the club are not backing Ten Hag. Doesn't mean that they are not backing Ten Hag. Ten Hag wants a new goalkeeper, plus the club wants to keep David Degea. No, not really. If you read the last tweet, that Erik ten Hag said no, and would he accept the terms? Like, you know, we know that he did this couple of blinders. It's been on a decline. Even if you won the Golden Globe, I've always been the person backing De Gea, right? But football has changed, and we need a sweeper keeper. Like, you know, everyone that's seen Onana knows exactly that Onana was the person that actually took into the finals and almost won it. You know, he was immense. There was only one shot on that target, and there was nothing he could do about it. If we don't back Ten Hag, says Bock, with his own targets plus wishes, then we are going nowhere fast. Hold your horses there, Box. Hold your horses and believe, because the transfer window is about to open. I believe it's going to be 300 BPM spin on that disco mirror play, to be honest. Milos Mitic is in the house saying, you know what, Tottenham je odbio ponudę od Kane'a, 70 million, traži minimum 100 za transfera. That's Milos Mitic in Serbian saying Tottenham did decline the 70 million offer for Bayern Munich. They want 100 million. Delusional Daniel Levy. Who does he think he is? Okay, Kane is a super striker. We all know that. You know how many goal contributions he provides, how many goals he can provide. But to ask 100 million for a player that has 12 months on the contract, knowing that at the end of the day, you got to let him go for free, right? So, in conclusion, Harry Kane needs to put his foot down, show a little bit cojones, right? True. So, moving on, David De Gea out. I think that is, I don't see any other solution that De Gea will go. He will not accept it. And even if he did agree to sign, they came back to say, no, okay, you signed it on 200. How about you going for 175? That is kind of a sign to say that you're not wanted. But is it the right way to treat a legend? I don't know. It doesn't sound good to me. Cooper Andy said, if you want Avram and Joel Glazers in the swimming pool with a salt and water crocodile having a bite of force of that's 500 PCS, say yes, cool. Spot on. What are we missing? Directing me saying club doing what they always club doing what they do all the times, hanging all the failures on the manager so that is easy to justify his sacking. No, I don't see it that way, Director Me. I don't agree with you. This is your opinion, and I see things a little bit clearer than that. I see us acting like a club, barring that we are announcing the fire sale of 13 players out of the squad. This is something that Glazers would never approved. That means that it's only one thing: sale, right? Sale, right? Because at the end of the day, you know, player squad is the overall evaluation of the club. You know, Glazers has been inflating the price in order to increase the evaluation of the club. So why would they approve and sanction 13 players out? So that is kind of a sign written on the wall, to be honest. Smash a like, people. Smash a like. Let's move on. So, having to said that, Andre Onana. Onana, what's my name? Onana, what's the same? I'm getting giddy regarding Onana because there's a very strong reports coming out that Andre Onana, Inter Milan sporting director Piero Asiliano, flies to Manchester United to complete the 50 million Manchester United deal. Even Terry Flewis, my dear friend from the Terrace, is also getting giddy about it. And wow, this is hot. It's getting hot in here. That tells you the contradiction. They want Onana in and David De Gea out. Why would they keep De Gea if Onana's coming in for 50 million? Onana knows Erik ten Hag. He played under ten Hag for 3 years. He left out on a free transfer for Inter Milan. So whatever 50 million that they are selling Onana for, it's a bonus. That's 50 million that they didn't pay for it. So this is pure profit. Makes sense. And for me, Onana is amazing in terms of his, you know, shot stopping. It's not as De Gea's, but not far off. His movement on the ball, his press resistance. He's almost playing like a, you know, defensive midfielder. We saw that in the Champions League final, to be honest. So for me, I'm getting giddy. Let me know what you think. I mean, is this going to be the first signing of the season? Does it look like Onana will be the first one coming into the door? You know, especially when the sporting director Piero is flying in to have a meeting with Manchester United to complete the deal as well. Wow, I'm getting giddy. Let me know what you think. I in this guy say, why would you selling the club? Why would the selling club send the director all the way flying into buying the club? Surely they buying the club, send delegates to selling the club trash. I did not, sorry, I and this guy, my dyslexic eyes did not understand your tweet, but surely something in line said, why would they send the sporting directors? Basically, Inter is in financial trouble. There has to do something with the FFP rules as well. You know what I mean? I spoke about that, the 30th of June. That is the magic date, right? You need to sell off a lot of players in order to, after the 30th, the new physical year of FFP applies to all the clubs around Europe as well. That's probably why. Why. Listen, guys. Wow. Bear with me. I gotta have a sip of my coffee. Where is my Jarvis? Okay, Rabiot. We have to talk about Rabiot. You know, we're avoiding that bullet again. if we had a Mason Mount with Rabiot, we always talk about the midfield name would be, and that would be Mount or Rabiot. But now we will not have a Mount or Rabiot. It seems like Adrian Rabiot is going to mount Juventus for another year, what Milo Schmidt was saying. For me, it sounds a little bit, it stinks. I smell a little bit dead rat. Was it more of, the agent and the press banging on more than Manchester United was ever interested in? Potentially, because he signed another 1-year extension and took apparently a sign-on fee as well. Manchester United could have gone in to say, listen, mate, you will make more money by coming for free, have a sign-on fee and a 3-year contract. But no. Do I think that we were used again for him to get an extension and a sign-on fee? We all seen that 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒄𝒌 is kind of a little bit sneaky, although they say she's not involved, but she is pretty much involved. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. According to Fabrizio Romano, he says Adrian Rabiot has accepted Juventus' new deal proposal, confirmed. Here we go. Green light has arrived and it's positive contacts. Rabiot stays and signs a new contract. Official soon. So hang on. Here we go. An official soon. Okay, is it over? I don't know. But according to Fabrizio Romano, Mr. Here we go, he says, here we go, and then he says official soon. But anyway, I don't want to be dragged into this saga. Personally, as a fan, if you don't want to come to us, don't come to us, but don't use our name to get what you want. That's it. Andy Cooper is saying, Romano clearly said United didn't make an offer. He said they just inquired. That's it. That's about it, Andy. Glad that somebody spotted that, what I saw too. Romano clearly said United didn't make an offer. They just had an inquiry. That's it. Like, okay. So basically, it's John Murtagh. And hey, Veronique, remember me from last year? We met, we wine and dine in Montpellier. What about your son again? Is available? Is interested? No, okay, bye-bye. Putain merde. God. John Johnson is saying, if Rubus Lofton-Cheek can be sold, surely we could not be able to sell him like Maguire, McTominay, Elanga, Van de Beek and Fred if Ten Hag wants. 100%. Ten Hag has set the targets. These guys had to go. As I always said, he came in, he didn't have a choice last year. He had to play with what he had. And 1 year's passed, one Premier League season. He's probably seen, this is not my place. This is not what I want. It is time for a fire sale. And I do applaud it because now we're acting like a club, right? Of course, we might make losses, but if we have, basically these purchases was made under the Glazers. So if the Glazers are selling and the new ownership comes in, like Sheikh Yassim 92 Holding, they don't give a shit, to be honest. It's not their money they're losing, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't really hurt if you're selling them a little bit cheaper, because once the new establishment come in, they will pump in new money. Does that make any sense? Anyway, where's my Jarvis? So dependent on you, Jarvis. Where are you? He's stuck with United Flying Pig, I guess. Okay, Harry Kane, cocaine. God, what would we be without this Harry Kane story, right? What will we be? We need to talk about it. Mick, yes. Yeah, it might be so. Listen, let's talk about this Kane. It has to be, because this is going to be the long dragon saga, about Harry Kane and what's his future and what he wants to be. According to Christian Falk, Bayern will use Manchester United interests as a leverage in Kane deal. Ten Hag still really wants England star. Yeah, but not to 100 million, mate. Not to 100 million. And fair play, apparently Bayern Munich made a 70 million offer for Kane. Euros, though. I assume that was the base fee with the add-ons, right? That Bayern Munich, according to the Athletic as well, saying has submitted a formal offer for Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane, the Bundesliga champions bid. Yes. And then Christian Falk says that They had conversations with his family and entourage. They had no problems, personal terms, yada, yada, yada. It just proves that what a lot of people are saying, that Harry Kane would not move. He's happy in London. He's a family man, stuff like that. Trust me, if Bayern Munich comes knocking on your door, guarantee you silverware and everything, you can still come back after 3 years to England to complete your record. So big up Christian Falk. I believe what Christian Falk is saying, because at the end of the day, he's Mr. Bayern himself, right? But of course, Daniel Levy seems to be knocking it down, to be honest. What is he made of? Come on, somebody's offering you 70 million euros for a striker that's got 12 months left on your contract. What kind of game are you playing? I just see that Daniel Levy will kind of utilize the whole summer window, dilly-dallying. But one thing that we know about Daniel Levy is a finance guy, right? He will cave at the end of the day. So all you have to do, put the bid there, like we did with Mason Mount. Put it on the table. Wait. Just wait. And trust me, he's got debts. He built a $1 billion stadium. That needs to be paid off as well. He needs to back his manager as well. What's his name? Costapoglio, Angie, right? Spurs ain't going nowhere this season, to be honest. And they need to sort of sell Kane for a 70-odd million or something to reinvest, to buy new players as well. Guys, let me know your thoughts and feelings regarding Harry Kane. I am personally sick and tired. I always said, put Harry Kane in the back pocket, put it right there, stick it where the sun don't shine to Daniel Levy, and just be Manchester United. Be bigger club than Daniel Levy. Be the bigger person. Go in there with Billy Bollocks and say, look, mate, here's 70 million. You ain't going nowhere. You're not going to challenge for top 4. Give us Kane, and we give you Harry Maguire or something in return. Be astute. But this is just the opening, I think. This is the opening bid from Bayern Munich. But definitely there are moves on the market for Harry Kane, including Bayern Munich. What's Manchester United going to do? We don't know. Are we in for Osman potentially? I don't know. There's silence of the lamb out there. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, Alex Reed is saying, let Bayern Munich set the price. 100%. Let them drive the bid. It's like running 100 meters relay or 400 meters relay. You know what I mean? You pass on the stick, right? You run the first 100 meters, you pass on to the next person to run the next 100 meters. And at the end of the day, Manchester United will be the 4th player, just taking off the stick and run all the way to the finish line. Fresh. That's it. Tanky say, Mick, thoughts on Calvin Phillips potentially move to United? Never heard of it, Tanky. I did not heard about that. Personally, if it's going to feel like a squad rotation, he's ex-Leeds player. I don't know. But to have a Calvin Phillips on the bench, yeah, why not? At the end of the day, we need rotational squads. We have a super chat. Mick, you are doing an awesome job flying solo. Fly better, fly Qatar, right? Flying solo, yeah. But I still need my co-pilot. It's like Top Gun, I'm Maverick, but I miss my ice wingman, Jarvis Cocker. Guys, let's see. Osman price. Let's see. Box is saying Osman price has gone from 100 million in April to 125 million in May to 150 million start of June. Now it's 180. That is kind of telling to Todd Bowley, come and get me, Toddy. Todd, I'm waiting for you. 180. We know that Todd Bowley is crazy. Will he go for it? Come on, man. Seriously. So big up for the super chat for John Johnson. Thank you for flying solo. It's been a while. Goose. Yes, that's Goose. Goose and Maverick, isn't it? Yeah, that's Goose. So who's Goose? Am I Maverick? And then my Jarvis Beavis and Butthead is Goose. Potentially. I feel the need for speed. Definitely. I feel the need for Qatari. I get that. Absolutely. Jarvis completes the team. He's coming. Don't you worry. He's coming. Okay, moving on. Harry Kane, put it in the back pocket, put it in back burner, and let Bayern do the chasing, right? That's the thing. It is like Prince Charming. If you're in competition with your mate, you're going for the same girl, let the guy do the chasing, and you just swoop in the last hour. If you go into the discotheque, if you remember as a child, you were drinking a little in the bar, you was eyeballing this girl, and everyone was buying her drinks. At the end of the day, you just walk in, 5 minutes left before the bar closes, you take her home, and that's it. That's what we're going to do. That's a nice analogy. See, I in the sky said Chelsea to offer Osman a 150-year contract to spread the payments. You wish, but unfortunately that door has shut thanks to Todd Bowley. He did it sneaky, very, very sneaky. But he got caught with his fingers in the cookie jar. So Premier League has kind of said no more. Anyway, what's next? Well, Mason Mount. I am so proud of our club and our gaffer Erik ten Hag. Basically, you know, who they think they are. There's a major thing taking place. What I mentioned, and I need to reiterate again, is to avoid the FFP regulations. We know that Todd Bowley went on a spending spree last year, spending over 400 million pounds on mixed match-up players, right? And he is in deep pressure to sell players. 100%. If he does that before the 30th, which is the end of the financial year and the reset of FFP, if we get that over the line, that's why they want to meet this week, to get this as quick as over the line as possible. But they've been trying to drive this extortion price. No, we want 60 plus 7 add-ons. Manchester United has said no, because, you know, we are not going to overextend our budget, because we have calculated everything. Mason Mount is not worth more than 50 plus 5 add-ons. They're adamant to say we will not meet you there. The money is there. This is a third and final offer. If you want to take it, take it. Otherwise, piss off, pretty much. And this is being confirmed and backed as well, to be honest, by latest tweets today. I'm just going to read it out to you. Like, you know, to be honest, Fabrizio Romano has also said, like, you know, they're willing to meet and discuss, like, on a Mason Mount's deal. So showing the hand, who's the most desperate party, right? We've shown interest, we want Mason Mount, but we're not willing to pay more than 55, right? And they are confident, this is Manchester United. They always overpay. Not this time, because we have a new chief negotiator in the house named Matt Hargreaves, right? This is the game changer. If we get him to 55 or 50, even lower down, even if they come to Carrington and discuss, or Mayfair, whatever they meet, just say, no, okay, 55 doesn't longer stand. It's 45 plus 5. Take it or leave it. Ciao, Bella. And by the way, why would we give you the money for you to sort of go and get our target, Caicedo? Yes, you heard me, Caicedo. Obviously, we are interested in Caicedo as well. So is Arsenal. So is everyone else. It's going to be a mad rush for Caicedo, to be honest. Let me see what you guys are saying in the VR room. It says here, Milos Mitic saying in Serbian, they are definitely willing to walk away for Kane. That's the thing, right? 55. Even Ten Hag is saying no more. Ten Hag is definitely in control. He's saying, I will not overpay. 55 is the max, right? Let me see what you guys are saying. 100%. Alex Reed, Mason can lace Frankie's shoes. Yeah, we'll get to Frenkie Dejong. Obviously, we will get that at the end of the show. Yeah, Mason can lace Frankie's shoes. This is Edward Reed said United can't cave, because if they do, it sets the tone for the whole summer. No, of course, I don't get it. We can't cave means that we're not gonna budge. Yeah, I get you. I get your message there, because if we show the weaker hand to say we will cave and we will give you the money, that means that everyone have seen it and they will take us for the ride for the rest of the summer. So this is setting the precedence, right? This is like, you know, may the Schwartz be with you. I got the bigger Schwartz than you, if you've seen Spaceballs. Definitely. Angie, hi Mick. What do you think will happen with the cash that the club got for winning the Carabao Cup or getting into the Champions League? Yeah, that's going to definitely be utilized 100%. If we are struggling to buy more than 120 million, listen, the 120 million mark is just how do I say it? Wash, rinse, repeat. Same outlets saying the same thing every year. Manchester United only have 100 to 120 million to spend, but it was kind of reported today that our spending now is about 350 million pounds, to be honest. Adding on that, we're going to sell the players as well. Adding on that, Sheikh Yassin will come in and clear the FFP, and adding on extra money to the kiddies. So I would see us spending around 350 this year. That's just an estimation guess. We already have allocated money, and we will discuss about that later as well, with a little bit clip from Graham Bailey that we had recorded and interviewed a few weeks ago. So I'm going to play what he said as well. Wow. Guys, there's so many of you. I'm alone. There's 100, 200 people. Smash the like. I'm trying to sort of navigate this chat room as well, the VR room, while Jarvis is not here, and trying to control this podcast contents. Nikos is saying, Mike Keegan says that there is no preferred bidder regarding the takeover. Okay. Well, here's the thing, right? British journalists has been backtracking. They've been doing, you know, saltomotans, 350, 360 degrees flip arounds, all the major tricks that you can do in the world. But if Mike Keegan says there's no preferred bidder, means that there is no preferred bidder. There is no preferred bidder. It's never been a preferred bidder. There's never been exclusivity. All it's been is just the highest bidder wins. That's it. That's been like a billionaire squid game. You know, whoever puts you know, 6 billion on the table and offers the Glazer siblings 1 billion each in the pocket, that will win. And that's what's happening, to be honest. We'll dive into that later on as well. I need to move on. I need to move on. And as Edward Reed said, Michael Keegan has no idea at the moment. True. True. And we covered this so many times before. Like, you know, I reckon sports journalists should stick to being sports journalists, not financial experts, right? Simon Heron said, it's premature judging Hargreaves. Nothing happened, though, as far. Yeah, true. He just started his job, so give him a little bit of a chance. But this is definitely him setting a tone to say, look, you know, we're not going to budge, mate. You know, Simon, big up to you. Okay. Straight to sell Keegan, Jamie Wayne is saying. Yeah, we will talk more about the buyout. This is the most important thing, 100%. But I'm just still waiting for Jarvis Cocker to come into the house as well. Wait, maybe he's missing the link. I will just copy and share the link to Jarvis. Hang on a second. Bear with me, people. Paste. There you go. I forgot to send him the link. That's probably why. Bad on me, Mickey. All right, let's move on. Yada, yada. Oh! Hot from the press today. Manchester United suggests that Marcel Sabitzer might be staying at the club in the lighting of the new kit release. How about that? You know, it's reported by Manchester Evening News that Marcel Sabitzer, surprise name, still available for fans to print back on the new 23-24 t-shirt season. It's been quite silent. Nobody's been talking about Sabitzer. Is this a plan to sort of take him on 20 million as a squad player? Let me know what you think. You know, of course, I can shout you out. You know, we have a new person in the house, random 𝑦𝒊𝒄𝒌 𝑹𝒖𝒃𝒚. I shout you out as well. Okay, cool. I can't stand the thought of giving the rent boys 60 million per month just so they can go back and say 100%. People are saying Sabitzer is a massive no. That would be horrific. Why, Simon? The time he was utilized, the time he came on, and the time we played in the right position, he was quite good, actually. But then, of course, he had a little bit lucky. Like, you know, he was a little bit unlucky with injuries and stuff like that. But as a squad depth, Sabitzer offered more than actually McTominay and McFred. You know what I mean? Squad player, at least. Yeah, not bad player, but not to Dejong. 100%. RJ is saying, I keep Sabitzer. We will see. But I just picked it up today, and I was getting like, whoa. I never thought about that anyway. Okay. This is exciting me. The curse of number 7 is suggesting now that Manchester United seems to set the name Alejandro Garnacho as the new number 7. I mean, pinch me. I mean, is it too early to give him the number 7? But the boy is special, right? The boy last season was the reason why we came back and why we won many goals. He was just like 18 years of age, 17, 18, right? But he's the future. Why not give him the number 7 shirt? I don't know if you guys have seen the reveal, or has it been any leaks? You know what I mean? But there's suggestions to say that, you know, Alejandro Garnacho will have the number 7. Let me know what you think. I don't mind if he gets a number 7. He deserves it, you know. He will definitely make the number 7 shirt proud. We've seen the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Viva Garnacho, Viva Ronaldo running on the wing, United sing. So it makes sense to give him the number 7 shirt. Cool. Right, people. Now, coming to the crescendo. Bayern Munich inquire about Frenkie Dejong, Manchester United to retain interest. This is coming from Graham Bailey, a friend of ours as well, that writes for 90 Minutes as well. That Barcelona is actually looking to offload Frenkie de Jong, inquiring in Frenkie de Jong. We know that Manchester United has retained interest all the way from last summer. We covered this so many times with the deferred wages, and apparently Manchester United has made contacts again. Apparently, according to reports from Spain, inquiries. Barcelona needs to offload. They're in huge financial troubles. I think they activated the 53rd lever, to be honest. They are in big mess. They paid half of his deferred wages already, so that 17-18 million have been halfly paid. So this is going to be very interesting what's going on. There's several solutions that you can do. It's similar, like if you are a 𝒖𝒂𝒄 coming in, like they did with Neymar, you can buy out his whole contract and happy days, right? You can go to La Liga to say, oh, FIFA La Liga, like they did with the Neymar, and just buy him out his contract. Anything is possible. But could this be a signing that Erik ten Hag is keeping in his back pocket as a surprise moment? Could it be? I mean, the truth is, like, of course, if his wife, or girlfriend, let's say, she's happy in Barcelona. True, the weather is nice, the beach is fine, weather does play a good thing, but at the end of the day, Xavi doesn't even fancy him, to be honest. Like, he played him in the wrong positions. I don't think he's facing in the body in Gundogan. So where's Frenkie going to play now? He's going to play deeper. He's going to be a centre back again. It looks like they're going to try to force him out. More and more reports are saying that it's starting to cook up again. Me personally, if he doesn't come to Manchester United, I look at the players' side. Anywhere he goes, he will thrive and just be the better person. Then I look around the different fan channels and I can understand, because we've been through this road before. We had this before, and can we handle another Frenkie 2.0? I don't think so, right? But if Erik ten Hag wants him, if Erik ten Hag is very obsessed with him, and he keeps him still in the plan, he missed out of last year because of the deferred wages thing. It wasn't that he wasn't willing to come, he wasn't willing to walk away from the deferred wages. End of story. Legal contract terms, right? Why would you walk away as a 25-year-old from 80 million euros? It's a lot of money, yeah. But if we get him, would you, as a Manchester United fan, back Erik ten Hag to say, look, you know what? Last year we had a deal with Barcelona. It was well documented. Murtough and Fletcher, not Murtough and Arnold was there. They had an agreement with the club, 75 plus 5 add-on 80 million, right? So if you're going to pay for 𝒂𝒊𝒔𝒕 80 million, you might as well go for Frenkie de Jong. That's well proven, according to my opinion, right? Somebody that Papa Eric raised, right? He's basically the father and the one that brought Frenkie up to where he is today. They sold him off to Barcelona as well. So makes sense why he's so obsessed, because last year, as we saw, he built up his whole entire squad plan with Frenkie de Jong in it as the pivotal midfield registrar. So lining up him along with Casemiro and potentially Mason Mount, potentially with a how do I say it? If we have Sabitzer in there, if we have Bruno Fernandes, what a sick midfield. It's either like we get a 𝒂𝒊𝒔𝒕 or Frenkie de Jong, either way. But I don't see us getting one midfielder. I think Rabiot was kind of there, like as an inquirement, but I think we are looking at 2 midfielders minimum in this summer window. Let me see what you guys have said. Yes, Andy Young saying ten Hag definitely has a shrine at home with the De Jong's face plastered on his walls. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have his WhatsApp numbers. I mean, there is certain ethics in football that you never talk about other people's players that are under the contract, and you're not allowed to approach them, poach them directly. But hey, if you played for each other before, you have each other on WhatsApp, and I'm sure there's a couple of messages going back and forward, right? And I want to play a clip, basically the reason why I'm thinking like this, because I always go what the past journalist has been said on our podcast, and this is also regarding Harry Kane, what Graham Bailey said earlier, like in about over months ago, that he said Harry Kane to Bayern Munich 100%. So let's listen to that, people.
Like a striker, proper number 9, as they say. Is Weghorst going to cut it for now?
I think for right now till the end of the season he does, but I think you've got to look in the summer where we're at. I mean, there's so many variables right now at Manchester United. Do we have new owners? Are the Glazers still going to be there? There's so many variables on that it basically changes everything come end of March when the sale, according to the Rainbow, finally does happen. It changes everything to what number 9 could come in, which is where I think would love to get Graham's thoughts on who he thinks will come in.
So this was a podcast that we had over a month ago, and where we have Let's Talk Football and Jody Alexander interviewing Graham Bailey on my channel as well. So let us hear what Graham Bailey has to respond regarding this.
I mean, we've been linked to Kane many times, as you know, Graham. And is it still a possibility? Are we still interested in Kane, or is he looking like he will stay at Tottenham?
He's obviously a player that does interest United. It's obviously the chances of Daniel Levy selling to Manchester United are very, very low.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to sell Harry Kane to a rival, particularly Manchester United. There's been a lot of to and fro between those two clubs over the years. So, and obviously these big deals will be under a new stewardship at United. We expect new owners to be in before July 1st, even June when they start the planning. So we're expecting that, but and money will be available to Erik ten Hag. But is Harry Kane the one? I'm not 100% convinced. I do know obviously there's a lot of players that like. They've looked at 𝒖𝒊𝒄. I think Dusan Vlahovic is one to watch. I think he'll be available for a lot less than what Harry Kane would be. I think he's younger. He's obviously, without Juventus being Champions League, I think he's open to a move to England, so he's one to keep an eye on. Same with Benjamin Sesko. You know, we know he's due to arrive at Leipzig, but United scouts love this guy. They like him a lot. Leipzig could double their money without him coming in, and then does that open up the avenue to other parts of the squad? I still think if it had the money there, I still think Frenkie Dejong will be Ten Hag's main number 1 target if he's available. I think he probably will be. So if they're going to spend that, and it's not that they couldn't spend 100 million in every area, but obviously financial fair play does prevent you from doing that. So I would think maybe, you know, De Jong and another might be the case. Kane, yeah, he ticks a lot of boxes, but he's 29, turns 30 this summer, doesn't he?
Yeah, in June or July.
Long term, I'm not convinced. I think Harry Kane might move, you know, but Bayern Munich like him a lot. Does he go there for 2 or 3 years, guaranteed silverware, and then come back? You know, a move to United for Kane, does that guarantee silverware? It looks like it might get him silverware, but I don't think it guarantees it. And so I think you just have to consider that option as well. So no, but I do think a new number 9 is vital for the way they play. I'm not sure. One in Weghorst mold is the way to go, but I don't think someone like a Kane or Vlahovic, even the Sesko, is like that really. Or Weghorst, he's good at what he does, but he's very limited. And unless you're firing crossing the box, as we saw when you played inverted wingers, that isn't always the case. But you know, he distracted the defenders yesterday at Ellen Road. He did what he had to do. But no, I don't think a carbon copy of that will be what we see in the summer. But I do expect a new number 9 to be through the door for Erik ten Hag.
And there we have it. This basically interview we held it over a month and a half ago with Graham Bailey, with my former colleagues there that was hosting like Let's Talk Football. And it was clear and obvious back then that, you know, Graham Bailey is a person that had things ears on the ground, and he clearly stated as well, but what's pretty much is being talked about today, that Harry Kane and Daniel Levy, he doesn't want to sell to a top 4 club, and he clearly mentioned about Bayern Munich back then as well, a month and a half ago. He's also saying that he believes that, you know, Ten Hag is in for, you know, if money is there and he's available, which he believes he is. And obviously we've seen that, you know, Barcelona is struggling with finances, and I believe they're going to force him out, and Ten Hag is probably there. So I would just not sleep on it. I would just be calm, composed. There's a lot of things going on right now, and finally I think the Tesla drove in and I have Jarvis in the house. Guys, what do we say?
We give you back the day.
See you guys. Bye for
See
now.
you.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.